Planning to use public transport in Doha but not sure how the system actually works? Then this video is for you. In this guide, I will explain everything you need to know about getting around Doha using public transport with some very important tips that can save you both time and money. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how the system works and which transport option makes the most sense for you. So let's get started. Public transport in Doha is modern, clean, air-conditioned, and surprisingly affordable. The city has several different systems that all works together, including the Doha Metro, Metrolink buses, Karwa public buses, and modern tram systems like the Lusail Tram, Msheireb Tram, or Education City Tram. At first, the system can feel a little confusing, especially because some services work slightly different from the others. But the good news is that the most of the system is connected under the same ticketing structure, making it much easier once you understand the basics. Now let's start with the Doha Metro, which is the backbone of the entire public transport system in Qatar. The metro is fully automated, driverless rail network operated by Qatar Rail. It was opened in 2019 and is still expanding, with new extensions planned in the future. It currently covers around 76 kilometers of track, with more than 30 stations across the network, making it the main way to travel around the city quickly and efficiently. And one of the most important things, the entire system is completely air-conditioned, which is absolutely essential in Qatar's climate. The Doha Metro currently has 3 active lines: the red line, the green line, and the gold line. There is also a blue line planned for the future, but it's not yet in the operation. The red line is the longest line and the most important line for visitors. It runs from Hamad International Airport in the south all the way up to Lusail QATAR station in the north. If you are wondering how to get from the airport to the city center, I recommend watching my video on this topic. The link is in the description. The green line is also known as the education line. It runs between Al Manzoura and Al Rifa, Mall of Qatar. This line mainly serves educational and residential area, including Education City and Qatar National Library. The gold line runs through the historic and central parts of Doha. It connects places like Soh Wahib, National Museum, and Sports City. It's a very useful line if you want to explore more culture and historical areas of the city. There are 2 very important interchange stations you should know about. The most important is Msheireb station, which connects all 3 metro lines, red, green, and gold. This is the main transfer hub of the entire system. Another important interchange is Al Bida station, which connects red and green lines. These stations are very clearly marked and transfers are very easy to follow once you are inside. The Doha Metro operates every day of the week, from Monday to Thursday and also on weekends. It runs from 5 AM until 1 AM the next day. On Fridays, the metro starts later, operating from 9 AM until 1 AM. During Ramadan, operation hours are slightly adjusted, but the system still runs daily. One of the biggest advantages of the Doha Metro is how frequent it is. During peak hours, which are usually morning and late afternoon, trains run approximately every 3 to 5 minutes. The metro is fully driverless, which means there is no train driver at all. Everything is automated. The trains are extremely modern, quiet, and very smooth. Inside each carriage, you will find digital screens showing the next station and direction of travel, so navigation is very easy, even for the first-time visitors. The Doha Metro has 3 travel sections: standard class, which is used by the most passengers, family section, designed for passengers with children, and gold class, which is a premium cabin with more space, fewer passengers, and more comfortable seating. These sections are clearly marked both on the platform and on the main doors, so it's important to enter the correct one. Now let's move on something just as important, the ticketing system. The Doha Metro system mainly offers 2 types of ticket and travel cards. The first option is limited use paper ticket, which is mainly designed for tourists and short-term visitors. The second option is reusable plastic travel card, which is more flexible and better for longer stays. Both options are then divided into standard class and gold class. And one important thing to know is that these cards don't work only on the metro. They can also be used on the Lusail Tram, the Metrobus services, which we will talk later. Let's start with paper ticket. This is the simplest option if you are staying in Doha only for a short period of time. You can buy it directly from the ticket machine located inside metro stations. The paper ticket is not rechargeable and cannot be reused when it expires. The most common option is the one-day pass. For standard or family class, it costs 6 Qatari riyals. and gives you unlimited travel for 24 hours. There are also Gold Class version for 30 Qatari Riyals. Another option is 7-day pass for 40 Qatari Riyals in Standard Class. For most tourists, the 1-day pass is usually the best and simplest option. The second option is a reusable plastic travel card. This is the most flexible option and works best if you plan to use public transport more often. The card itself costs 10 Qatari Riyals and does not include any travel credit. You can top it up with additional balance whenever you need. With this card, a single trip costs 2 Qatari Riyal. The maximum daily fare is capped at 6 Qatari Riyal. That means that after enough rides during one day, you stop paying for additional journeys. Now this part is extremely important. Whenever you stay a journey on the metro, you must tap your card when entering and also when exiting. When you tap in, the system immediately deducts 2 Qatari Riyal. But if you already reach the daily limit of 6 Qatari Riyal, the system refunds the money back to you after the tapping out. That's why it's very important not to forget tapping out. Otherwise, the trip may remain unfinished in the system and you can accidentally end up paying more than necessary. Also keep in mind that you should start the day with enough balance on the card, because the system always needs to deduct the initial fare first. If you would like more information about Doha Travel Card, I have a video on my channel that goes into more details about how to buy it, how to top up it, and all the other details. The link is in the description. Now let's move on to the Metrobus system in Doha, also known as Metrolink. This is a free feeder bus network that connects different areas of the city directly to metro stations. So basically, if you are staying a bit further away from a metro station, this is the system that brings you there. The Metrolink network has around 65 different routes, covering most residential and commercial areas across Doha. These buses operate in the radius of roughly 2 to 5 kilometers around metro station, making it very easy to connect from neighborhoods to the main metro lines. The great thing is that the Metrolink is completely free of charge. However, even though the service is completely free, you are still officially required to tap in and tap out using your travel card system. However, in practice, we noticed that on some routes the reader at the exit may not always be active, so in many cases it's enough to tap only when you board. Since the ride itself is free, it doesn't affect the fare. For tapping you can use Doha Metro travel cards or Karwa smart cards. The Metrolink system is divided based on metro lines. On the red line, there are more than 40 routes connecting key residential areas, shopping centers, universities, and districts like Lusail, West Bay, and Al Wakra. On green line, routes mainly serve residential and educational areas, including places like Education City, Hamad Hospital, and surrounding neighborhoods. And on the gold line, Metrolink connects culture and central districts such as Al Saad, Sports City, National Museum, and nearby residential zones. Metrolink buses generally operate during metro operating hours. That means from around 5 am until 1 am on most days, and from 9 am until 1 am on Fridays. So they are available through the entire metro operating window, making transfers very convenient. Metrolink buses usually stop right next to the metro stations or within a very short walking distance. This makes the transfer between bus and metro very convenient and well organized, so you rarely need to walk far or figure out complicated routes. In most cases, the connection is designed to be as smooth as possible, allowing you to switch between the bus and metro within just a couple of minutes. Now let's move on to Lusail Tram, which is the main transport system in modern city of Lusail, located just north of central Doha. This is a light rail tram network and is fully integrated into Qatar's public transport system, meaning it connects directly with the Doha Metro, especially at Laktafia station. The Lusail Tram currently operates 3 main lines, with another one under development. These are the Orange Line, which was the first and most important route, the Pink Line, and the Turquoise Line, which forms a circle connection through key districts. There is also Purple Line planned, which will fully further expand east-west connectivity across Lusail. The most important station is Laktafia, which connects the Lusail Tram directly with the Doha Metro Red Line. From here you can easily transfer between metro and tram without any complicated walking routes. Everything is clearly signposted. The Lusail Tram operates daily with slight different schedules depending on the day. From Saturday to Wednesday it runs from around 5:30 am to midnight. On Thursday it operates until 1 am, and on Friday it starts later around 2 pm and runs until 1 am. So overall it follows a very similar pattern to the Doha Metro system. The tram is fully modern, quiet and air conditioned, just like the metro system. It runs on dedicated track, so it's not affected by the road traffic, which makes it very reliable. Inside, the trams are clean, comfortable, and designed for both daily commuters and tourists exploring Lusail. The Lusail Tram uses the same ticketing system as the Doha Metro, which means everything is fully compatible. Each single ride costs 2 Qatari Riyal, and there is also a daily cap of 6 Qatari Riyals. That means that after 3 completed journeys in one day, whether by the metro or tram, you effectively travel for free for the rest of the day. However, the most important thing to remember here is the tap out process. Unlike the metro, where you tap in and tap out at turnstiles, the tram works differently. On the Lusail Tram, you tap when you board and tap when you leave the vehicle, because the card readers are located inside the tram itself, not at the station's entrances. So it's absolutely crucial not to forget to tap out when exiting. Otherwise, the system may not correctly close your journey, which can affect how your daily cap is calculated. Now let's move on to Karwa bus system, which is an essential part of public transport in Qatar. These buses are operated by Mowassal and cover the entire country, not only Doha, but also surrounding cities, industrial areas, and even airport connections. So while the metro and tram are the backbone of the city, the Karwa buses are what connect all the remaining areas. Now, here is something really important to understand. The Karwa bus system is not fully compatible with the Doha Metro travel card system. It works on separate payment and card logic. To use Karwa buses, you need the Karwa Smart Card, and there are 3 main types. Limited card, around 10 Qatari Riyal, valid for short-term use. Classic card, around 30 Qatari Riyal, includes 10 Qatari Riyal credit and it's rechargeable. Unlimited card, around 20 Qatari Riyal, designed for 24 unlimited travel. These cards can be purchased at metro stations, bus stations, vending machines, and even at Hamad International Airport. The easiest way to recognize Karwa buses is actually very simple. First of all, the design of the buses is different. But even more importantly, Karwa buses routes do not start with the letter M. If you see routes like M101 or M212, that is Metrobus or Metrolink connected to the metro. Everything else belongs to Karwa bus network. This is actually the simplest way to distinguish this system. Karwa bus fares are still very affordable. Most city rides cost around 3 to 4 Qatari Riyal. From airport to the city it was 3 Qatari Riyals. Longer intercity routes can reach up around 9 Qatari Riyal depending on distance. Using Karwa buses is simple. You tap your card when entering the bus and the system automatically directs the fare based on your journey. On some routes you may also need to tap out when exiting, depending on the distance-based fare system. Now let's move on to another very interesting part of Doha public transport system, the Msheireb Tram. This is a very small but very useful tram network system located right in the heart of Msheireb downtown Doha. And unlike other transport in the city, this one is actually completely free to use. The Msheireb Tram runs on a single closed loop line, which is around 2 kilometers long. The full ride takes approximately 18 minutes, meaning you can comfortably do a full loop and get back to your starting point without any issue. One thing that actually surprised us was that most of the tram stops are not really visible on Google Maps, so it can be a bit confusing at first if you are trying to plan your route digitally. That's why we decided to do a full experience loop starting from Wadi Msheireb station, which is one of the few stops that is clearly visible on the maps and also serves as the main interchange with the metro. For riding the Msheireb tram, you actually don't need any card or ticket at all. You simply just walk in and board the tram. The tram operates daily, but with slightly different schedules depending on the day. From Saturday to Thursday, it runs from 10 am to 10 pm. On Fridays, it starts later from 2 pm to 10 pm. During peak hours in the evening, trams arrive roughly every 6 minutes, while outside of peak times, the frequency is around 15 minutes. The last tram of the day departs from Wadi Msheireb at 9:45 pm. The trams are modern, fully electric, and fully air-conditioned, making them very comfortable even during hot weather. We tried it during the middle of the day, right in the peak heat. It was actually a really nice experience. It felt like a small cool break from the heat while still exploring the city. Now let's move on to another very interesting part of the Doha public transport system, the Education City Tram. This tram system is located inside Education City, which is home to some of the most important educational and cultural landmarks in Doha, including places like Qatar National Library, Education City Mosque, and Qatar National Convention Center nearby. The Education City Tram is a bit more complex than the Msheireb Tram because it operates on 3 interconnected lines, yellow, blue and green. One of the main transfer points is near Al Shaqab Metro station, which connects the tram system to Doha Metro. The tram operates daily, but hours differ slightly depending on the day. On weekdays, It generally runs from 6 am to 10 pm. On weekends, which is Friday and Saturday, the service is shorter, operating from 8 am to around 4 pm. Yellow line is only from 8 am to 12 am. Just like the Msheireb Tram, this system is also completely free to use, so you can just hop on and enjoy the ride. There is one more thing that makes your life much easier when using public transport in Doha: the apps. The most important one is Karwa Journey Planner app. This app is really useful because it gives you a clear overview of all the routes, live information, and detailed timetables. It also helps you to plan your journey step by step, which is especially helpful when using buses or combining different transport options. For the metro and tram system, I would also recommend using the QATAR Rail app. You can add up your travel card into the app, check your remaining balance, and even top it up directly, or planning transfers between them. Google Maps also work in Doha and can be helpful for general navigation, but it's not always fully reliable when it comes to exact departure times or live updates. In our experience, bus stops were also not always perfectly marked, and occasionally we noticed that the central routes departed from slightly different locations that shows on maps, so it's definitely worth double checking everything before you rely on it completely. Because of that, the Karwa app is usually better for overall journey planning across all transport options, while QATAR Rail app is the best if you are focused mainly on metro and tram. Before we finish, let's go through some of the most common mistakes tourists make when using public transport in Doha. These are the small details, but they can easily cause confusion or even extra charges if you are not careful. One of the most commonly mistakes is accidentally entering the Gold class cabin on the Doha Metro with a standard ticket or card. Gold class is premium section with more comfortable seating and less crowding, but it requires a special gold travel card or gold ticket. What is important to know is that the ticket inspections do take place on board, and if you are found on the gold section without the correct fare, you can be fined. So always make sure to check the signs about the doors before you enter the carriage, because the difference is clearly marked. Another very common issue is forgetting to tap out when leaving the metro or tram. Even though the system is smart and usually calculates fare automatically, it still relies on you completing the journey correctly. If you don't tap out, your trip may stay open in the system, which can affect your daily fare calculation or cause incorrect charges. So it's a small step but very important. Tap in and tap out every time. This is something many tourists don't expect at first. Even though there is daily fare cap, the system still requires you to have enough balance at the start of the day to begin your first journey. The important number to remember is 8 Qatari Riyals. This is the minimum you should have on your card when starting your travel day. A very common misconception is expecting buses in Doha to be as precise and frequent as the metro system. While buses are very useful and cover a lot of areas, they can sometimes be affected by traffic and arrival times are not always as exact. And finally, don't forget that Friday has different metro operating hours compared to the rest of the week. The service starts later in the morning, around 9 am, unlike the usual early starts on other days. So if you are planning an early trip on Friday, always double check the schedule in advance. And that's everything you need to know about using public transport in Doha. I really hope this video helped you understand how the metro, buses, trams, and the whole system actually works, and more importantly, how to avoid the most common mistakes that can easily catch first-time visitors. Feel free to drop them in the comments. I try to reply to as many as possible, and it also helps others who are planning their trip to Doha. And if you are already been to Doha and have your own tips or experiences, feel free to share them as well. That always helps the community. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, I would really appreciate that if you left a like or subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.